Our HR assessments have been so effective that we decided about 3 years ago we just should try to automate this process. We looked around and no one else had done this. There was no automated HR assessment. So we've been working on it for 3 years, and by George, we've developed one heck of a product. So it has its own website, hrmarathon.com. You think about all the things that HR touches. Well, this assessment touches 12 different sections of HR. And it really gets at what's working and what's not working in your organization, what you have and what you not have. The HR Marathon is a really exciting and valuable tool that we think every HR organization ought to use to see how are they doing and get a game plan for how you make it better. At Hanna Resource Group, we are so fortunate to have just great employees. And one of our really great ones is Autumn Morris. And she has been working on this for 3 years, applying her recently achieved master's degree with part of it, but she's helped work with a company to do all the automation, put it all together. Autumn Morris is terrific, and she's going to tell us more detail about the HR Marathon.
I have a strong passion for employees. I like human resources because it's the middle ground between management or leadership and the employees, and I like to bridge that connection. As an HR professional, you're so into the daily tasks, it's hard to see the big picture. And you know you need to be doing other things, but you're not sure how to get there or what steps you need to take to get to that next level. So the HR assessment has been so valuable because it takes an outside perspective and allows someone to come in on the same level as you and talk to you and create a plan for you on how to get to that next level and what makes sense in the order of how to do things. So I spent my first 3 years here helping with HR assessments, and we found that we're asking a lot of the same questions. When we do an assessment, it's similar, even though it's all tailored to the company. The questions are similar, and we thought we would automate it. So we took questions that we developed over years and years of all these questions we typically ask in interviews and focus groups, and compiled them into a tool that automates the process and attaches scores and values and recommendations to these specific questions. So you're able to answer questions that are tailored to your business, and it provides you recommendations on how to solve those and improve your HR over time. So the first thing you're going to do is go to hrmarathon.com and click sign up. And there you can sign up and you type in some business information. Once you have an account, it'll welcome you. And the first step in the process is to complete the business information. So you can find that under assessments and business information over on the left panel. And then you're going to complete business information. So this is going to ask you how many employees you have, what department you're in, if you have government contracts. And these questions are going to determine what questions you'll get later on in the assessment. Once you complete that, it's going to take you on to the next 12 categories. So once you hit next, you can go on to strategic planning and then HRIS, and then continue on down the process. As you're going to get recommendations populated in the Recommendations tab. You can sort these by category or view them all at once. Once you have those recommendations, you can actually click on those recommendations, follow that recommendation back to the question, and you can update your answer over time as you make improvements to your HR department. One of the most valuable tools is the dashboard, so you can find that over on the left panel as well, and it's also the home screen. The first graph you're going to see is a score by category. This graph is going to show you the percentage score you got in each category. This will easily show you your strongest areas and your weakest areas. You can also see on the right score comparisons. This will show you score comparisons for other companies similar to you. Towards the bottom, you'll see your score over time, and this will show you how your score improves. And then you'll also find a compliance and strategic score, which shows you how many compliance concerns and how many strategic concerns or items you have. You can also show and hide your completion status, which will show you how complete you are in each section, and show your category score, so you can see how you're performing in each section in a different view. So once you complete the HR Marathon, you'll receive recommendations. Many of those you can complete on your own, but HRG is always here to help you as well.
We were very excited to launch the marathon, but it is somewhat daunting. like 400 questions, but when we started out, it was 1,600. So we pared it down. So they're really critical questions. But we say to companies, can your HR go the distance? Can you give us the information? Can you answer for yourself the information, the questions that are asked, so that you can get some fantastic feedback? And how are you going to stand up against the competition? Because everybody else out there is offering your employees jobs and opportunities. So if you get some of these things straightened out, you're going to have a better chance of attracting and retaining the very best and brightest, which is the way to move your organization forward. So can you go the distance? How do you stack up against others? Jump on there and try out the marathon.